So it's been a while. Lots of things have happened. I even have celebrated my 35th birthday recently. And I have gotten a lot of questions about something that is going on in Texas, especially in the cosmetology industry, in regards to cosmetology instructor licensing as well as the barber instructor licenses. So in the state of Texas, we have cosmetology and barber, and within cosmetology we have manicurists, estheticians, as well as lash artists now. A cosmetology license is 1,000 hours to obtain, manicurist is 600, an esthetician license is 750 hours, and a lash license is 320 hours because they regulated licensing for lashes recently. I love that those are regulated because we do need to have some stipulations in those areas. However, thanks to House Bill 1560, on June 15th of 2021, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, who is in charge, decided that they were going to deregulate the instructor licenses for each of those programs. Now, what this means for people that have already obtained these licenses, your license will still be valid as your instructor license until its date of expiration. And this is going into effect this September of 2021. Now, those of you that may be viewing this, I hope not years later, because I'm sure I'll have an update video to this by then. But those that are viewing at that time, maybe things will have changed. This can mean great things for our industry, but it also can mean some really radical changes. So one thing that this is going to mean is that anyone that holds a license in cosmetology can teach in the field of cosmetology, manicuring, aesthetics, or lashing. So as long as you have your operator license, you are allowed to become an instructor. So for those that have a license already and have had a license, kudos to you. You've probably gotten your money's worth. I'm big sad for the people that just got their licenses and now probably have some type of student loan, or they had to pay, they're paying back money right now when they just became an instructor technically, or just finished an instructor program. But for those of you that did finish an instructor program, I really hope that you went to a great instructor program or attended a great instructor program. I went to a great one. I loved it. I love the teaching knowledge that I gained while I was learning to be an instructor. Because just because you're great at your field does not mean that you're great at teaching someone how to learn what you already do well. It's not always easy, and people learn in different ways. And when you don't understand all the different coping mechanisms and knowing how to teach different learners, it can be difficult. It can be frustrating not only for the person learning, but it can be frustrating for you as the instructor. So what I will say to those that may be wanting to go into instructor practice, even if it means just finding a teacher friend that even teaches middle school, high school, I would suggest somebody that teaches secondary to sit with a friend that teaches already, that can teach you great ways to teach and great teacher practices, because it's very different when you're standing in front of someone blow drying their hair, or you're standing in front of them cutting their hair. Now, when you walk up as a student and the person teaching is blocking what you're trying to learn, it can be a wee bit frustrating. So even just learning body positioning when it comes to teaching, as well as how to teach others. So I would say for those that do want to teach, I encourage you, stay passionate in our field. That's all I want to see, is more of us stay passionate about what we're doing. But please take the time to learn how to teach others if you've never done that before, because just because you're good at something does not mean that you are going to be great at facilitating that information to someone else. So with all of that being said, I do encourage you all to go and instruct. Do not just create certifications for stuff that you have not taken the time to truly think out lesson planning for, because it can be all over the place when you're teaching and you don't have a plan of what it is, what are your key points that you're hitting for the day. For those that are already instructors that have been instructing, stay top tier. So thank you all for riding this out with me. Thank you all for coming and understanding what this means for our licenses as cosmetologists. Same goes for barbers. If you're already a barber, you are smooth going straight into instruction now if you want to. So you all can be instructors, nobody's stopping you. So I say go for it. I applaud you all, and let's be great.